All right. Over the next few days, we encourage all of you to lean into these experiences, attend sessions, ask questions, connect with other people in the community, other new friends, and take advantage of the incredible expertise in the community that's gathered here for this weekend. And now joining me on stage is Cheryl Marazzo.
Good morning. If you have not hugged me yet, I want a hug before the end of today. Have you hugged me yet? Raise your hands. All right. I love you guys so much, and you're so right. This event is about connections, right? How many families have you connected with today? I want you all to connect with people, and Deborah always says, be first. Be the first person to say hello.
Yeah, that's true. I always make it a mission to meet 5 new people every time you enter a new ballroom. Meet 5 new people. Just shake a hand, say hello, tell them where you're from, and you never know if this is going to be a lifelong friendship.
Exactly, and I know there's some families here that live totally far from each other, but they connected here. They vacationed together, you know, because who lives this life besides us, right? You're in a room full of people who get it, so let's lean into that for sure.
Yeah, all right. We're excited to introduce something brand new to Futures this year. This is our very first Fashion-Able show.
Woo!
Yes. Our theme this year is celebration, energy, inspiration, and hope. And coming to the stage are 8 incredible guys showing off some incredible fashions.
Yeah.
Cheryl, you want to fill us in a little more?
Yeah, so I had to write them down so I wouldn't forget. I'm getting old, it's not my fault. So we have Billy Footwear. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're shoes that they zip off on the top. And so you're gonna see a couple of our models in those. There are these towels from Wishwear, and they're beautiful towels that you can put on your wheelchair so it doesn't get wet. You're gonna see some really funky socks from Laros. And then we have from Be Well some sweatshirts that actually have a zipper. So if you have an infusion, you can still be warm and be able to access it. So I don't want to take anything from these guys. But what do you say?
Let's get loud.
Loud.
Let's cheer big.
Yes.
Cheer big. Get loud and celebrate these amazing guys as they take the stage. Come on,
let's get it started.
Bringing 9 years of pure joy to the runway, please welcome Joe. Joe builds Legos. He loves family movie night. He'll all-out game you on the PS5 and the VR. And, fun fact, Joe loves otters. His friends call him silly, kind, and humble. If you handed Joe a plane ticket to anywhere in the world, he'd go to Florence, Italy. His big dream? To one day explore the secrets of Egypt. Watch out, Indiana Jones. When we asked Joe what he is most proud of, his answer was one that many in this room understand. He said, getting this far in his journey with DMD. And Joe's message to you today is, if you have DMD or not, never give up on life. Thank you, Joe. Now arriving on the runway, 10 years old and packing big energy, please welcome Nathan. Nathan's friends will tell you he's smart, kind, and funny. In his free time, he draws, builds Lego, plays the iPad, and watches a little TV. A balanced man. And now the flex of all flexes, Nathan once met The Rock. In Hawaii. Yes, Dwayne Johnson. We are taking a moment for that. Travel dream? Every Disney park in the world. Career dream? To become a forensic scientist to help police catch the bad guys. What inspires him most? His mom and dad, who support him and encourage him to be brave every single day. And his message for you, the audience, you can do it. Hitting the runway next, 18 years old and bringing the cool, please welcome Alex. Alex is, in his friends' words, indecisive, loving, and straightforward. He's a TV, movie, and YouTube connoisseur. And get this, there are 5 cats in the Alex household. 5. If you handed him a plane ticket, he'd head straight to Super Nintendo Land at Epic Universe. Iconic choice. And the dream? to try every type of food on the planet. The person who inspires him the most is his sister. The thing he's most proud of is his family. And his message for all of us tonight is short, sweet, and powerful. Alex says, always be yourself. Welcome, Alex. Now making his runway debut at 11 years old, please welcome Rayan. This guy is on the move. When this guy isn't tearing it up on his ATV or buried in a great book, he's running his very own YouTube channel. Yes, he's a content creator before he can even drive. His friends will tell you he's funny, adventurous, and creative. And that absolutely checks out. The dream? Become a famous YouTuber. The bucket list trip? Japan. Because in his words, it's futuristic and full of fun activities. And the person who inspires him the most in this whole world is his mom. Rayan's message to everyone out there today: you can do it. You got this. Give it up for Rayan. Next on the runway, 21 years young and as sharp as they come. Give it up for Tanner. Tanner's friends describe him as kind, smart, and super funny. In his free time, the two most important tasks of the day, of course, gaming and eating. A man who knows what he likes. Here's something you should know about Tanner. The people who inspire him the most are his mom and dad, because they literally invented something called the perfect lift to help him, and in turn has helped countless families. When we asked Tanner what he's most proud of, his answer was one word: myself. And that is the right answer. He dreams about meeting Elon Musk. And yes, he's been waiting 7 years for that one. Tanner hopes to travel to Japan one day soon. And his message for the Futures crowd here today is this: make your life great, even with challenges. And now, 12 years old with a nickname that says it all, please welcome the Flash himself, Declan. Declan's friends describe him as kind, too cool for school, and hungry, which is honestly a triple threat. He plays Fortnite with his friends. He plays games with his family. He leads the way at his middle school ministry. And word on the street is he gives the best wheelchair rides on the block. His travel dream? California with the family. His big dream? To own a Lamborghini and a Jeep. And we see no reason he can't have both. The person who inspires him the most is his friend, Nolan, who gets him fired up about video games. The thing he's most proud of is the things God can do. And his message for the room tonight is this: trust in God and pray to God, and He'll always help you. Take us home, Declan. Up next, 16 years old, and the man behind a whole jumping spider and gecko fan club, please welcome Braden. Braden is shy at first, and then fun, awesome, and kind once you're in. He's an animal lover, a serious gamer, and a self-described foodie. He'll spend a Saturday playing video games, watching movies with the family, hanging out with his mom, feeding his jumping spiders and geckos, and laughing the whole way through it. If you handed him a plane ticket, he'd fly to Japan to see the snow monkeys. The person Braden is most proud of is his mom, who beat cancer and shows up every single day for her family. And the dream? To be a cook one day. Braden wants you to hold on to this message: laugh, love, and smile. Don't be afraid to try something new. Live one day at a time to the fullest, because tomorrow is a new day. Braden, show us how it's done. Coming to the runway now, 17 years old, the energy in any room, the funniest guy you'll meet today. Give it up for Jonathan. Jonathan is funny, outgoing, and as he puts it, turned up. He makes videos, he raps, he writes songs, he dances, he does ceramics, he spends time with his friends. Basically, he's the multi-hyphenate of the night. His big brother Jesse is his #1 inspiration. He dreams about going scuba diving one day. He also wants to see New York. If anyone can figure out how to scuba dive in New York City, it would be this guy. And he is most proud of one thing: getting ready to graduate high school, class of 2026. Let's hear it. His words of wisdom for everyone watching: keep going, never give up. Keep doing what you love. Touch the sky. Jonathan, the runway is yours. Touch the sky.
All right, what an incredible way to start this weekend, right? Let's hear it one more time for these amazing fashionable models here. All right, this is what Futures is all about. An incredible way to start this weekend together. Now we're going to transition into a conversation led by Hawken Miller, who we met earlier today. Hawken will be joined by Daryl, Jack, and Guy. Our hope is that their stories will provide some encouragement, inspiration, and hope to every single person in this room. And please join me in welcoming Hawken, Daryl, Jack, and Guy to the stage.
Right there?
Hey, position. Well, welcome everyone to our keynote today. We have three amazing guys, Daryl, Jack, and Guy, and I'm excited to have a little conversation just about what they've all been able to accomplish, which is a lot, as you'll hear in their bio, and just get a sense of how they've accomplished it and kind of how to help you guys out in your daily life, and to show you that there's so many things that are possible even with Duchenne. So I'm going to jump into talking about each one of these guys. First, we have Jack Wolf here in the middle. He's a 26-year-old living in Ohio and currently pursuing a Doctor of Education in Leadership for Organizations. At the we can give a hand clap for that. He previously earned both his master's in strategic communication and bachelor's in organizational supervision from the University of Akron. Jack has gained greater independence by earning his driver's license. Yeah, that's pretty cool. After a 2-year process, and we'll talk a little bit about what that took and how, for those of you that are interested in driving, how you can make that happen. Jack is the founding member of the Accessibility and Inclusion Committee for his Scouting America Council, advocating for improved access and inclusion in Scouting, which is awesome. Let's give it up for Jack. Next up to Jack's right, we have Daryl Niccolo Jr. Daryl is an experienced digital content creator and the founder of Limitless Designs and D-Nick Productions. Give them all a follow on YouTube, by the way, where he specializes in rare disease awareness and sports content creation. Based in Florida, Daryl lives with his family and is a heart transplant recipient, a journey that has shaped both his perspective and his work. With a strong creative vision, Daryl manages a thriving YouTube channel and collaborates with local schools to promote and film their sports teams. Through his storytelling and media production, he is passionate about highlighting inspiring stories, building community connections, and bringing greater visibility to both athletes and the rare disease community. Let's give it up for Daryl. Next up, we have my friend Guy over here. Guy Panota is 29 years old from Sao Paulo, Brazil. He has graduated in economics at Brazil's top business college, INSPER. He went on an exchange program to West Virginia, where he lived abroad on his own for 6 months. So we'll talk a little bit about that. I'm excited to learn more how he did that, yeah. and he was awarded the best thesis in economics for his class. And now he is pursuing a finance MBA at the same university. He has worked at Moody's Ratings and Bank of America in Sao Paulo as a corporate credit analyst. Also, as an entrepreneur, he founded an investments advisory company with 2 partners. I mean, look at this guy go. And currently, Guy works with his parents in their private school, which his parents built with accessibility for Guy and his sister Paula's education. He brings innovation to their business with AI, and he is the member of the Brazilian Association, PPMD Adult Group, and WDO Global Adult Group. So give it up for my friend Guy. Thanks again, everyone, all you guys for being here. So I'm going to start my first question to you, Daryl. So you've started your own video and graphic design business. What has been the hardest thing about running that? We can start with that first.
I'm gonna say the hardest thing that's been working on my YouTube channel is the fact that like the competition, they don't think I can compete with them, because when they look at me, they're like, he's in a wheelchair. He ain't really as good, like as smart as us. But I was like, I feel like I'm better than all of them. The reason why I say it, I'm gonna tell you why though. The reason why I think I'm better than them is because like the majority of them that are doing stuff, they got teams of people. It's like 8 or 9 of them. I'm doing all this on my own. I record everything on my own. I edit everything on my own. I make all the videos myself. Literally, like I write the scripts for everything I'm gonna do. Everything that I like think about. I'm in the bed at night dreaming about what I'm doing the next day before the next day even happens. So like, just because I have Duchenne, I can compete with all of you.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great answer. And you have this great channel and you're building it and you're doing all of this. So that's a lot of work. So how do you manage all of that, given Duchenne and physical therapy and all the other things that you have to do and make those videos?
Technically, I don't really manage it. My mom manages it. I don't know where she is right now, but I don't see her. She's right there in front of me. I see her. And look, with the help of my dad as well, so it's like a joint effort. So whenever I have to go to like recording gigs and stuff like that, they have to drive me there. So although the person's paying me, they have to pay them too for gas money. So we got to do both. So you're getting me and my mom and my dad. So like it's a package deal. So that's how it goes.
Let's give it up for Daryl's mom and dad. Yeah. Guy, I wanted to go to you, kind of similar question, like, running that investment firm, being a partner, you're working on your MBA right now. So how do you balance like everything that you're doing and making sure you're getting enough rest and making sure you're as healthy as possible?
Yeah, actually it's not easy. When I was working at Bank of America in Brazil, but I had the dream to have a company and be an entrepreneur. So I decided to build a company with 2 more partners, and it was very challenging, but I learned a lot. To run a business is not easy. Actually, I thought that my routine will be more flexible, but actually you work more if you have your own company. At the beginning, I was in the founding team of the company, so we built the company from zero, so it was a lot of work. And the truth is that the office was not so close from my home, so I took a lot of traffic every day and so on, so I got very tired working. So I decided to leave the company and start working with my family business. So we have a private school, and today I work with my parents. It's close to my home, so for example, I have lunch at home every day, so it's easier for my routine, for my physical therapy. Now I don't get so tired as I was in the company, but it was a very challenging experience. I learned a lot. And I recommend to everyone who wants to try. It's a good experience to learn, but we always need to take care of our health. So we need to do our physical therapy, and so we have priorities. So we need to balance everything. So, but it was a good experience.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah. So Jack, I know you're working on your dissertation right now in your doctorate. I'm dying to know, like, what are you kind of doing for that dissertation, and kind of what are you learning so far?
Okay, so I'm working on my Doctor of Education and Organization Leadership from the University of Dayton, and my dissertation is the Scouting America organization, formerly Boy Scouts of America, is to make it more accessible, figure out ways to make it more accessible. It's a dissertation in practice, so that means you do research, and then that research is supposed to help an organization with a problem. So the Scouting America tried to make it more accessible for individuals, scouts with disabilities. I was a scout, actually I earned Eagle Scout, so yeah. I wanted to give back to the organization by trying to make it more accessible for others with physical challenges. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. So, you know, you're in school right now, so this is fresh on your mind. Like, have you had to request any adaptations, or how have kind of they worked around it, or have you had to work around it at all? And I'm just curious to see what you were able to do with that.
So I would say the big thing is work with the accessibility offices at universities. At Akron, the 2 universities I've been to, had really good accessibility offices that have been able to help. Some of the accommodations I've been able to get were note-taking services. They would help someone would take notes, and then that would help me be able to pay more attention in class. There was extended time on some tests. It can be tiring to take a test, so a little extra time is always helpful. And then online books, they were able to make them virtual or digital so that they were easier to read, and I wouldn't have to like lug around a big heavy book. So that was nice. Yeah, it was good.
Awesome. Yeah. Great. Yeah.
Accommodations.
Cool. And so this is a question for all of you. I guess I can start with Dale over here. When you were growing up, let's say like maybe 9 years old, where are you, now versus when you thought, or where you thought you would be when you were 9 years old?
When I was 9 years old, I knew I was going to do something great. I didn't know what it was, but I will say I'm doing great. But before all that, though, like, I felt like I wasn't going to really make it that far, because I was, like, hearing all this stuff, like, you're not going to live this long and all this stuff, like, you're not going to make it past, like, 18 or whatever. Well, I made it past all those numbers. I'm 28 now because of the heart transplant. Hey, but I got more, though. Hold on. I want to get real with y'all for a second, everybody in here. So I know, like, a lot of you guys, like, I'm on social media a lot, so, like, I see a lot of, like, different people talking about, like they're always talking about Duchenne this, Duchenne that. Like, I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of over it. I'm tired of talking about it. I know that sounds bad to say, but I'm tired of it. And I feel like we got life to live where we don't have to talk about that. We can just talk about our lives, just life in general. You don't have to talk about, oh, I have Duchenne, or it's me, or whoa, it's me all the time. I feel like it's better whenever we can just live our life without having to feel like we need sympathy from people. I don't like feeling like people feeling bad for me. Like, I like to feel like I'm just like everybody else. Well, we are just like everybody else, but I don't like people feeling bad for me. That's just one thing I wanted to say. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Jack, what about you? Where did you think you would be now when you were growing up versus where you are currently?
I really didn't expect to be where I am now, but it's exciting, all the advancements they've been having and being able to go after my goals in the academic realm. It's very exciting. So yeah,
Cool.
looking forward to the future.
Awesome. So what did little Guy think you would be versus where you are now?
Yeah, actually, when I was 9 years old, I wanted to be a soccer player, but it actually, of course, it didn't work. But I did so many things in life that I didn't imagine when I was 9 years old. So I had a good education, I went to a good university, I worked, I had my own company, I drove my car, I studied abroad. So there are so many things that I did that I'm proud, and I didn't imagine this when I was 9 years old. But of course, I didn't become a soccer player, but I did many other things that I'm happy for.
So I'm going to go right back to you again, Guy, in terms of living abroad, studying abroad. That I was really impressed to hear that, especially doing it on your own. Like maybe you could give a brief overview of how you were able to do that.
Yeah, actually it's very common in Brazil to students go study abroad in Europe, in the US and other countries. And my university had that exchange program. And since the beginning, the people from the university have supported me. So I wanted to go to a university that had accessibility and all the support that I needed. And then I found a university, was West Virginia University, and they had all the necessary accommodations. So my room where I lived was accessible, was ADA accessible. It was close to the reception, so there was always someone there to help me if I needed. And also one thing that I made of accommodation, I talked to my OT back in Brazil, and she said, use an Apple Watch. So if you need something, you just call someone with the watch. So I did this, but actually one time that I needed someone, the watch was without battery, but it was an important thing. So, and also the university, they had transportation to go to class. So there was a car that came to pick me up every day to class. So it was much easier. And I was, at the time, I was 20 years old, was 10 years ago, and I could do my transfers on my own and get dressed on my own, take a shower. So it was easy for me. And of course, being away and far away from home in Brazil, it was challenging. So of course, I missed my family in the 6 months. And then when I arrived in West Virginia, my parents went with me. So they came and I got settled up, and then they left to Brazil. I also did physical therapy and hydrotherapy. There was a clinic nearby the university. So there was a car that took me to physio, and then was twice a week, and then hydro once a week. So it was a busy routine. So I was able to do everything that I needed during that semester, and it was a very, very interesting experience. It helped me to build confidence and also be independent. So it was very, very important to me as an adult to have that confidence and know that I'm able to live by myself. So it was a very, very good experience. So if anyone wants to do, it's possible. So I did this, so any one of you can. It's just to plan ahead and look for the accommodations that you need. But it's possible. So we have Duchenne, but some things are also possible for us. So that's what I want to say.
That's great. Yeah. It's awesome to hear, West Virginia being so accessible. Anyone from West Virginia here, pat yourself on the back. If not, maybe you got to visit sometime. So I wanted to go to you, Jack, talking about driving, and we know that you learned to drive an adaptive vehicle. What kind of setup do you have for that?
So it's an easy, well, joysteer is the name of it, but it's just think of like a wheelchair joystick. It's kind of like that. So you go forward for gas, back for brake, and then turning. And then there's a touchpad for the different gears to switch. And also there's a button I have that I press for like turn signals for left and right, and the horn and the wipers, so, to drive like that. It was a long process. It was 2 months worth, well, 2 years worth, not 2 months. But yeah, it was a long process. I had to go for 3 weeks for training, and then, well, I had to get evaluated first. And then once that was done, I had to go to a different state for training because the state I live in didn't have the equipment to practice. So I had to do 3 weeks of training, then get my driver's license. Then after that, they had to modify the van, which took like another year. So I had to get training after that, when everything was set up correctly, and then I've been driving since then, so yeah.
So good. Yeah, so if you have any more questions, definitely go up, ask Jack. I also have an adaptive car myself, and so if you have any questions about that, definitely reach out to us and we can answer those for you. So going to you, Daryl, we're going to kind of shift gears to more of the social aspects of life. And I think, Daryl, you're the perfect person to start this with. So you're pretty open about sharing your story on the internet and just not being shy at all about things. Was that always easy for you to do, or did you have to work up to that?
Nah, it's always been easy for me. I'm just very open with everything. I don't care what people think. So I'm gonna do what I want regardless of where I'm at. I never like to change. I could be somewhere and I literally don't fit in at all. I'm gonna find a way to be cool in that situation. Even if I don't even know what the situation is, I'm gonna find a way. Seriously. But that's really my thing though. I just like to be very open. And I'm not afraid to talk to anybody. I'll approach anybody.
That's true. That's very true. So obviously, not everyone is going to be as open and out there as you. But I'm wondering if you have any tips about just improving confidence to be able to interact with people and just talk to them.
I'm gonna be honest, man. You just don't get lost in the sauce, man. That's all I gotta tell you. Basically, what that means is, if you ain't got it, you just ain't got it. But you can get it. It's gonna take some work, but you just gotta have that swag, man. I can't really teach it to you, but you just gotta learn it. Yeah.
So just follow Daryl around. Just to get the sauce, I guess, guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I also kind of wanted to ask all of you. I can go back to you, Guy. Talk about who are your closest friends right now, and how do you connect with them, and how have you become close?
It's very important to have friends. So today I have some friends back from school time. So we are together since then. I have a group from my university when I graduated, and I also now I'm pursuing my MBA. So I have some friends in the MBA right now. So it's very important to socialize. So one of the reasons that I decided to take the MBA was making friends. So it's important to be social and having friends. So I like to go out, so I go out with my friends sometimes. So it's very important to be social and have people around to ask for help. So it's always important to have people around. So
Yeah, that's great. And I think, you know, my experience just doing things that you're interested in, like MBA or any type of school, I think is, you know, a great way to meet people and make new friends. And so, you know, same for you, Jack. Who are some of your closest friends, and how did you connect?
I think like some friends from high school, but mostly friends from like summer camps. I go to a summer camp, and there's a lot of people that have neuromuscular diseases, so going and talking with them and texting them and doing sometimes we have meetups and we meet as a group, so that's pretty exciting. So just get friends and work on staying connected with them, I guess, is really important. So
Same for you, Daryl. So who are some of your closest friends, and how did you connect with them?
Well, if you ever see me somewhere and I'm not with my parents, I got this group of friends, like it's like 7 or 8 of them. But the main one, his name's Quay, and like he been my friend since I was like born, really. Wow. And like he literally takes me everywhere. Like we go on trips and stuff. I stay at the house whenever my parents aren't, like whenever they like want to go on vacation and stuff like that. So basically, I'm just like, I really got like kind of like a crew that just takes me wherever I need to go, like whenever they're not around. So yeah, that's what I do.
Daryl's crew.
Yeah, that's my crew. Yeah.
So just going over to some general things, like, you know, I'm curious, you know, Guy, like, you know, you mentioned physical therapy and hydrotherapy and all that. So like, you know, managing all of that, like, how do you do it? Like, are your parents involved? Do you kind of do it together? How does that work for you?
Actually, when I need to manage appointments, my mom used to do it for me, but now I do it. So I take care of this, all the exams and tests that I need to do. So I work on this, and also when I need to book appointments and so on. So I take care of this today.
Okay. And then, you know, this is a question for all of you. You know, what's the hardest thing, I can go to you, Jack, to start us. What's the hardest thing that you've had to overcome in your life, and how did you overcome it?
I was trying to get into a clinical trial, and I didn't get in. I'm currently on the med now, so they were all worked out, but it was very tough because it had to do with a pulmonary test, and my numbers at the hospital that I usually go to were good, but then when I got to the other hospital to do where the clinical trial was, I did the test and the number was just a little too low for the clinical trial requirements. So that was pretty tough to get over that, but it all worked out at the end because I'm on the medicine now. So.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's great. What about you, Daryl?
For me, it was like always the physical stuff. Like when stuff got too hard for me to do, I kind of like started losing faith a little bit when it came to like, you know, like lifting my arms and stuff like that. Then I thought about it, like I got help around me, so like what I can't do, they can just help me. But I will say the main person that helped me though was my Lord and Savior, man, Jesus Christ, bro. Without him, I wouldn't have gotten through anything without God. So like I'll praise him anytime, anywhere.
Yeah. And then, you know, all of you guys are really overcoming the odds with Duchenne, not just in terms of what you've accomplished, but maintaining your health. And so, do you guys have any tips, tricks, strategies that you do to maintain your health? I'll start with you, Guy.
Actually, yes. So I always need to do my physical therapy. So whenever I had some other things to do, the priority is the physical therapy, the PT, and I also do hydro, which is my exercise, so I can walk in the pool and do respiratory exercises, and also food, so it's important to have a good nutrition, eat healthy, so this is important, and also go to doctor appointments regularly, so this is what I do for my health, and always have a good attitude, so be emotionally well too, so go to the psychologist, this is very important too, so that's what I do for my health.
That's great. What about you, Jack?
I would say go to the doctors, make sure you take all your meds, and then be willing to look into different new technologies and be willing to try different things. It's really important because sometimes like I had BiPAP and the mask was like it took a while to figure out a correct mask. So like you want to make sure that you are willing to try new things because there might be something that works better for you than someone else, and also like ask for advice from others that could help figure out what's best for you, equipment wise. So.
Awesome. What about you, Daryl?
Me, just nonstop, everyday therapy, come home, edit a video, go out, record something new, come home, therapy again, then I do that again, and then I just keep going and going and going. So like, mine is just repetition. If I stop like working, I feel like I won't go back to doing it. I'll like really like just fully stop. So I have to keep going. That's how I keep myself like fit and stuff like that.
Yeah. Got to keep the momentum going, right? Mm-hmm. And so our final question before we turn it over to you, audience. Knowing what you know now as an adult, if you could go back to when you were 6, 8, or 12, you can pick any of those ages, what would you tell your younger self? What would be your one message to your younger self? You can go for it.
The message that I would give to younger Guy would be keep going, do everything that you want to do, so enjoy life, don't let things go by, so do your things, go out with friends, travel, ride your bicycle, play soccer, play all the things that kids do, so keep going, everything will work out in the future, so you will do some amazing things, so just keep going, keep living your life, that things will work out.
Great. Well, yeah. Applause for that. You, Jack, what about you?
I would say follow your goals in life and work as hard as you can to accomplish everything you want to do. It might be hard, but we can figure out accommodations or adaptations to make it possible. So just keep going after your goals, and you'll be able to accomplish anything you set your mind to.
That's awesome. All right, Dale, take us home.
Well, I don't think confidence was an issue. I'm the GOAT, man. I knew I was him when I was 8 years old, man. So that's all I'm gonna say, man. I never felt down about it. I know that sounds self-centered, but that's just how I feel.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's self-confidence, man. Love it. So I did want to leave some time for the audience to ask some questions, because I know you all probably have some questions for these guys, for me. So does anyone have anything? I think do we have anyone with a mic? You got one over there?
I heard you wanted to play soccer when you're younger. Have you heard of power soccer?
Yes, I've heard about, but I never tried.
You never tried?
I want to. In Brazil, we have some teams, but there's no team in São Paulo where I live, so I actually tried to create a team, but I wasn't possible yet, but
Oh man,
I want to try.
that's good that you want to try.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah, heard some great things about power soccer. I've gone to one of those chairs before, and those things are fast. Yeah,
They're really, really fast.
yeah.
They're also really fast at spinning. You can get dizzy really fast.
All right, any other questions? We have a question up here in the front.
I don't have question. I just I was in Switzerland DMD conference. Their power food supply is very accessible. They also win the campaign. So maybe it's just focused on 5 DMD boys. So it's really make fun. So please try it.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I got one over here on the right.
Hi, I have a question about your scouting experience and becoming an Eagle Scout. How did that go?
Good. It was exciting. My Eagle Scout project was to make garden pots for the local community garden. I got help with that from everyone in the troop and everything like that. But camping was fun. The camp that I go to, Beaumont, was really muddy, so yeah, getting around was kind of a treat. The van was very muddy the whole time we were there. But a cool story was when it was raining the one time, the scouts helped get me into camp by moving wood. There was like wood they had, and they would move one in front of the other, and then I would drive on it. And we kept doing that until I got into camp. So that was kind of a memorable story from scouting, yeah.
So cool. Anyone else out there? Any burning questions?
Hi, I had a question about how you transitioned managing your care from your parents when, after you turned 18, became an adult, lived on your own. How did you transition your care to being solely responsible for it, or are your parents still involved?
In my case, I take care of my own appointments now. So, but of course, my mom and my parents help me. So it's not 100% myself. So I have the support that I need. So, but I can do everything on my own today. But if I need some help, I use my parents and other people that can help me. So
yeah, I would say it's important to use the resources around you, like your parents, for example. I think I love Daryl giving your parents a shout out because you guys deserve so much credit for helping us, and maybe as a teenager or even younger than that, you are like, I don't want to deal with my parents more than I have to, but it really is a team effort, and you have to rely on each other, and you can't feel like you're above asking for help or getting help from people, because at the end of the day, we're living with something that's really hard, and it's it should be that we lean on the people that are around us, because that's what they're there for. And generally, people love to help you. I've never had someone who didn't want to help. All you have to do is ask, and so really don't feel like it's beneath you to ask for help, because we all need it, and we especially need it more than everyone else. So don't feel bad about asking for help.
Hello, my name is Ryan. This is a Boy Scout question. What did you do for your Eagle project?
So I made garden pots for the local community garden. They have a garden club, so they let people plant vegetables and fruits that don't have the space at their home. So that was pretty cool. And they were 12 of them, and people have been able to build gardens out of those Platts. So yeah, it's very exciting to see that your project continues on after completing it. So.
Wow, that's awesome. Legacy pods. Anyone else have any other questions? You're never going to get this opportunity to ask these guys questions on stage again. Maybe.
It's one in the back. It's one all the way in the back. I see your hand.
My question is for, I don't remember his name, from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Did you come by yourself, or did your parents come with you for this trip?
My parents are with me. They came, and also my sister. So, just they are here.
Oh, okay. Hola.
I saw someone in the back row. There was a couple back there.
My question is for Daryl. What was your favorite production that you made, and tell us a little bit about it?
Oh, that's a tough one. Because I've made some great stuff. But I feel like, I'm gonna be honest, I think the best video, you want my best video that I got help with, or my best video that I did on my own? Because I can tell you both.
I want your favorite, yeah.
I'll tell you both.
Tell me both.
All right, so the one that I got help with, it was here at Kyrgyzstan with the you guys know the time capsule? Like the time capsule interview, so that interview was one of the best ones. Like I was able to talk about everything that like ever happened in my life, and it felt good. And I feel like my second one was, my mom helped me with this one. So this was good. She gave me the idea, but I did all the work, but just so you know that. But it was this young girl, it's Kent Sierra, and I don't think I said it right, but her party it came out so good. Like I was able to capture everything, like from her, like showing like all her friends with her and like all the dances and with her family and stuff. I feel like that's the best video I did. And I did that video in 2021, I think. And that was one of the best ones. So yeah, those are my two favorites.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right here in the middle. He's coming. Mike's coming.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Well, I have a request and then a question. I need his Instagram handle because I got to follow him. I want to live his life.
I'll give it to you as soon as I get off stage. I got you.
Okay. All right.
Hey, but you can look me up on Instagram. It's at dnick_11. That's my personal one. If you want the inside scoop of like what really goes on in my life, that one. But if you want the corporate guy, you got to go to at dnick Productions all together on Instagram. That's corporate.
Love it.
But the fun stuff is on my normal Instagram. So come there.
I'm following. I want to live his life. So I have a 17-year-old and a 16-year-old who are very independent, and they want to live like you all. There's a point where we've had discussions about allowing others to help, right? Maybe even strangers, because for their life, it's always been mom or dad, and it's a lot more intimate because they've seen me without clothes, they've helped me bathe, right? How do you transition? Like, how do you allow others and maybe even strangers into that zone?
Yeah, I can speak to that real quick. I think necessity breeds innovation, and I think the more you kind of live independently, like part of that, the give and take, is that you're going to need help from people. Sometimes you're in a situation where you can't get the door open or something like that, and you have to ask someone to help you. And 99% of the time, someone's going to help you, and they're going to love to be able to help you, because it's really a gift to help someone else. And that's what I've learned in my life. And by not, asking for someone to help, you're denying them to like go into that gift to be able to help someone else. And so you can think about it that way. And then in terms of, getting comfortable with other people helping you, I mean, you can kind of transition that. Maybe a couple days a week your parents help you, and then you have someone else, like a caregiver, come in a couple days a week, because your parents love you so much and they want to do everything for you, but sometimes they need a break, and you have to understand sometimes it can be a lot to handle, even for someone that you love so much, like your parent. And so, it helps them out too, just to allow them to do what they need to do so that they can be there for you. And so really allowing people to help you is super important as you get older and want to be more independent. You guys have anything else to add?
Well, for me, I'm gonna be honest, you might not think this, but I really don't like to get help from a lot of people, like unless like my parents are literally can't help at all, then I'll ask for help, because like I just know like I got this real irrational fear about like, say like if somebody had to do something hard for me, like pick me up or something, like they might drop me and I'm gonna get hurt, and I ain't got time for that because I need to be up. So like I have to like know like for sure, because there's some guys that can help you that are strong. They might look strong, but they're weak. Like they're in the gym, like it's a lot of guys that lift weights every day. They can't lift guys like us. I fall right through their arms. It's happened to me a lot of times. So like I have to be cautious on like who I let help me.
Yeah, be cautious for sure.
Yeah.
We don't have time for falling. All right. Any other questions? I see one all the way back there.
Hi. Okay. So what I've learned through this journey is us DMD moms are a bit of a different breed. And so I'm going to start with that. And I might be the only one here, but I have a feeling I'm not. So how do we, keep in mind my little guy's 5, so maybe you have to go back quite a ways, just turned 5. And I'm wondering how to be less of like a helicopter mom. Like what would you guys want me to do at that age, for someone that's a little speech delayed and trying to advocate and find his own voice to kind of let him breathe a little, because I feel like, he's at that age, he wants his independence. So if you think back to being that young, what are some tips you have for me to kind of take a little bit more of a back seat and let him lead?
Gerald, you have something?
I feel like you kind of just got to back off, like fully back off. Like you literally can't even, don't even look at him. I'm serious. Like, that way he knows that he fully can do stuff on his own without you at all. Because if you keep doing that, he's not going to want to leave your side. And then when he gets older, he's going to want to sit up under you your whole life. You're never going to have an empty nest. That's what I'm just going to tell you. Yeah.
Honestly, they all said it better than I could have. Yeah. I would say, I know like you all love your kids so much, but the greatest love is letting them fall on their own and letting them make mistakes and not doing everything for them, because then when they grow up and they're older, then they're not going to be able to take care of themselves, and it's just going to really deter them in the future from their own success. And I would say I know all these guys are perfectly capable of a lot more than sometimes they're able to be allowed to do. And so I would say that's really important to kind of let them make their own mistakes, like let them experience like what everyone else would. Obviously, there's some precautions that you have to take and all of that, but I think you would do your child a disservice by doing everything for them. So thank you for asking that question. Anyone else? One more question? Oh, it's all the way in the back left corner here. Thank you to our mic runners. Give them a round of applause.
I know some of you are driving. Can you talk about the transitioning process to your own vehicle, especially the DMV, getting your license, and how you handle that?
Well, it depends on what state you're in, obviously, but I have an easy lock on my chair, so I could drive straight into the van, and then there's a pin on the bottom of my chair that they had to put on, and it clips in, and you, so there's 2 in the van. I have one for the passenger seat, so I could be a passenger if needed, and then the other one's in the front, the driver's side, and that one has, it has a certain type that you have to go in straight so that you're not lopsided, like to make sure that you're straight on and in the right spot. So that's very helpful to not have to transfer for that. And then actually getting the license, you had to do maneuverability and the road test, and then getting your temps. I actually had to get my temps twice because they expired before I was able to actually take the tests and stuff like that. So it is a long process, but it was totally worth it to be able to drive. I was able to go to my college a couple semesters driving because it took a long time. So yeah, it was worth it. So.
Great question, thank you. And with that, we're gonna wrap it up, but obviously we'll be here all weekend, so don't hesitate to come up, ask us any questions. Let's give another round of applause for our panelists here. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Hawk and Guy, Jack and Daryl, so much for sharing your honesty, your inspiration, your perspectives. Yeah, thank you for sharing all of your experiences with all of us today. As we close up this morning's session, we're gonna have some breakout sessions starting at 11 o'clock. I encourage you all to attend these breakout sessions. You can find more information and details in the Cvent Events app or in your program. Find those programs that are most meaningful to you and attend them and connect with other people in this community. And have a great morning at Futures. We invite you all to begin making your way to the breakout sessions. Now's your chance. Get your water, get your snacks, and get ready to have an amazing time in all of these breakout sessions. And we look forward to seeing you all around this event all weekend long.